I want to talk about multiples of things that I own. What I mean by multiple things that I own is things that are either identical or functionally identical, that they do the same thing, they do the same job, perform the same task. For example, I own 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of the exact same black sunglasses. No reason for that. I own dozens of pens and markers that all do the exact same job. I own 2 sets of earbuds, 2 sets of over-the-ear headphones, a handful of scissors that some of them are left-handed, but they all basically do the exact same thing. So I think one of the things that's interesting about this is this may be, to me, this is one of two things. Either this is an American culture thing, or maybe it's a result of mental illness. On the first topic, as far as it being an American culture thing, I tend to think that it's maybe something to do with status and consumerism. The disposability of my things kind of maybe says that I have a certain level of income, that I could have certain things or lose certain things or buy multiples of things without really worrying about the cost or the expense of both the money and the space to keep it all. I have a special place in my closet that I keep all of these ties, even though I don't wear them. I have a special place where I keep all my shoes that are the exact same type of shoe with different prints, even though I can't obviously wear all of them at once. I have journals that are empty, that have never been used and likely never will be used, but I like the way they look, and just knowing that I have them and that I can do that kind of gives me a certain feeling of ability or maybe even mobility financially. I think that this is largely false. Like there's not anything about owning something that inherently says that I do actually have that money to spend and that I do actually have that financial stability. It's kind of an illusory thing, and I'm not even sure if that's for me to make myself feel that I'm more financially stable than I am, or if it's to maybe lead other people to believe that I'm more financially stable than I am. Some of these are really cheap, but nobody knows that. Nobody's gonna look at these, and say, oh, he bought those at the dollar store. That's why he has numerous pairs of the exact same thing. The other end that I kind of think about this, the second idea, I guess, is the mental health thing. And before jumping to any conclusions, I don't want to say that owning multiples of a thing is necessarily a symptom of mental illness. I'm not wanting to equate this to compulsion or obsessive compulsive disorder, or any sort of addiction as far as shopping or spending or anything like that. The approach that I'm thinking of this in is actually one of stability. For someone like me who has dealt with mental health issues in the past, one of the biggest things that I crave now is routine, frequency of, or reliability, I guess I should say, and consistency. Keeping a certain amount of things in my day-to-day life very regular. Having certain things that are super dependable, that I don't have to worry about certain things. For example, my shoes. I buy the exact same type of shoe. Yes, they come in different prints. I've got regular black, I've got rainbow splattered that I bought for Pride, I've got roses that are actually some of my favorites, I've got a little bit of a dressier maroon, and another black. It's one of those things that every morning I don't have to think about what shoe I'm putting on. They're gonna feel the same. They're gonna weigh the same on my feet. I never even untie these. They just slip on and off. It's one less thing for me to concern myself with. The same is true with my writing stuff. I've got more pens and pencils than I will ever use in my entire lifetime, I'm sure. but I never have to worry about having one. In my journals, most of these are empty, but even the empty ones usually have, a page or two at least that are full of something. Because, in times when it's like, I need to write this down, it's there. And so, how these two ideas tie together, this consistency, this routine, and how it's expressing itself in consumerism is interesting to me. It could be a routine and, waking up at the same time every day, eating the same things, which I do actually do a lot of that. But it's something that it's expressing itself in this buyable, purchasable way of life that I know that I'm really lucky to be able to do. Even though in some instances, like with these, probably shouldn't have spent the money I spent on these, but I did, and it didn't completely financially ruin me. This is a thing of privilege. This is a thing of, knowing at the end of the day that even if I do blow all of my money on something I already own, I'm not going to be completely destitute or ruined financially by this. So I don't know. If I'm sure that there's other perspectives on this that I've not thought of. Maybe there's someone who does the same kind of thing but has a completely different reason for doing it. Maybe it has something to do with preparedness or something to do with, not having attachment maybe to the objects themselves, but just, things being disposable the way they're designed to be. And just being able to let go of it as you need to, give them away or lose them or break them and it not mattering as much. So I don't know if you've got any other thoughts or any other ideas about maybe why you or someone you know does this, maybe to less or greater extremes, let me know. And if you have any ideas for anything that you want to see in the future, leave a comment, or if you feel like, drop us an email. You can find us at You can find me at your.invaluable@gmail.com. Thanks.